This is definitely a first for the Maple annual Maple meeting for a virtual um, meeting online. And you can see we have some bumps, especially on my end. But I do appreciate Landis setting this up for us. I believe we have approximately 20 visitors with us, guests online. And I think that's outstanding. And I know we had a review last night, and I think anybody that didn't sign up for it is probably going to miss a pretty good meeting. That's pretty much my introduction and welcome. Unless there's something that I'm missing there, I'd like to go ahead and let the association updates portion of the agenda go ahead and start so we can kind of catch back up on time here.
Okay.
I will review this real quickly. These are just the people that are the movers and the shakers in the organization. Most of them are online, or we already know them. I'm the current president, Jim Bortles, vice president, Daryl Sheets, doing an excellent job, treasury. Secretary Lou Steckler. Laura is the coordinator of the ambassador program. Thank you, Laura. Taste and Tour, Jim and Nicole Shoemake. Other board members that are in and out and flexible, but Gary and Shirley Belak, always key members. Bill and Marge Phillips, Jeff and Tammy Ellsworth, Greg Wahlberg and family, also key players, along with a bunch of other people that come to our board meetings, which are always open to any association members at any time that someone wants to pop in and or be a long-term board member. That's appropriate also. Thank you, folks, for being the advocates to continue on with this Northwest Pennsylvania Maple Syrup Producers Association. It definitely takes people to be committed to doing these tasks. Thank you. Landis?
Yeah, I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Landis Crawford. I am the 2021 Pennsylvania Maple Ambassador. I'm also, up until hopefully today, the Northwest 2020 Northwest Ambassador. So I just wanted to make sure everyone knew who I was. I'm sure most of you do, but that's me. So on to association updates.
For the Penn State Association, Ag Progress Days last year was canceled. The farm shows went virtual here a couple weeks ago. Our state fall tour meeting was canceled. It was sort of done from Zoom. All the state meetings were held with Zoom since last spring. The thing with NAMSAC information is anybody that wants any information, they can go on to mapleresearch.org, and that's a good source of information. Thank you. Thanks for putting this on, Landis.
Yeah. I believe Lainey is up next.
Well, we've kind of been talking and trying to get some things together for LEMI for this 2021. I reserved the school and got approval on that. It was for November 12th and 13th. And we hope to start meeting with our group here pretty soon. We can either do that virtually or we can do that at school. That shouldn't be a problem in my shop area. So we'll kind of get a feeling of that while we got a lot of you guys here that are in the Northwest and Ohio area over there. But also I put together a little Survey Monkey thing. Landis, can you put that link up in the chat?
I just did.
Okay. And then that would, if you go through there's some topics that we kind of looked at or we talked about briefly with Daryl, myself, maybe Les and Gary a little bit. We kind of thought about maybe condensing it down a little bit and talked about maybe not doing the Friday things this year, just doing mainly the Saturday and maybe the expo part on Friday night, but not the workshop things. It's kind of what the talks are, but we'll see once we get our group together. what the consensus is and so forth with that. So planning on doing it for this year. Like I said, fill out the little survey thing, give us some information, what you think, and we'll kind of go from there. Any questions about any of that kind of stuff, ideas or thoughts?
Well, one of the things that set LEMI apart from everything else were the Friday programs. I hate to see them go by the wayside.
Yeah, and we can talk about that as a group and see if that's something that we're able to accomplish this year or not. Maybe it would be, if we do something on Friday, maybe it'd be less locations, but maybe or something a little closer and so forth. But that's definitely something we kind of dread doing, but it may be easier for this year, the way, seeing what restrictions are and that kind of stuff. So we'll see.
I know I'm not inside of your association. I'm from the middle of Pennsylvania, but that was the most beneficial part to me anyway of LEMI.
Okay. So we'll definitely, like I said, when we get together with our other colleagues that are doing the LEMI thing, we'll talk about that, and maybe it's something we can make work in. Maybe it'll be a little less people, like different sessions. Maybe we'll narrow the sessions down or something, but we'll have to figure that out, especially with all the different, restriction stuff we may end up with still. So.
Sounds good. Laura, did you want to talk about fairs?
Well, there wasn't any last year, so all of our fairs were canceled, and that is also our main fundraiser for the Northwest Maple Association. Luckily, we do have quite a bit of money in our treasuries account, so that is very helpful. But hopefully, I really haven't heard what's going to happen with 2021. I mean, I'm sure it all boils down to this pandemic. So I guess we're just going to hope for the best to see if the local fairs will go on. But I do know that last year for the Crawford County Fair, Landis and I did do a little segment there, and they had asked every commodity to do something. So we did team tag on that, but I guess it's to be announced whether we're going to move forward with the fairs or not.
Okay. The Fall in Love with Maple Tour. So I think this is up to Chris, or he had asked Gary if you wanted to tag in on this one. That is up to you guys.
Well, I'll start. We did Shoemakes, and Chris and I did participate in the fall tour this year. Shoemakes already did it before last year on their own, nothing to do with the new initiative through COVID here. We thought it was quite successful. You have to realize it's really the first, or however you look at it, maybe the second time this has ever been done. So I would estimate, that we were running 20-25% of what we do in the spring. And it's a totally different atmosphere. And we had somebody here making cider, and there were very few sugar house tours, just by the nature of things, as well as the COVID issues that were starting to go around. Otherwise, I think it was a success, and our plans are to continue doing it.
Great. Chris, any inputs? You're muted, if that's helpful.
Sorry. That's probably a good thing. I mirror Gary's comments. We had about 25% approximately in, I guess, in sales. We had a good time. We had a lot of people come to the fall event. I think this has always been a pet peeve of mine, that I think we can sell maple any time of the year. we lucked out and had great weather. I think it's all up to what our crowd feels like doing with a nice weekend. And I'd like to hear from Jim and Nicole just a little bit also, but I'm planning to do this again, assuming we have the opportunity this fall in October.
Chris, has there been a date set for that yet?
Not that I know of. The date was very flexible last year. Daryl gave us a date of a particular range of dates in October that was like, I don't know, 8th through 14th, I'm guessing. I can't remember. And I think Gary was ahead of that a little bit. We were kind of in the middle along with Shoemakes, and we did some Fridays and Saturdays and different things. So we're kind of making it up as we go, Jan. I don't know whether there is an actual date. We can start to work on that in Northwest Pennsylvania if you want, but this was actually bigger than just here. This was, you know, up
Right.
into the Vermont and everywhere was they were trying to do this.
Hey, Chris, it was the week of the Columbus Day in that week. It included both weekends.
Thank
One
you.
before, one after. That's what I think that's what we're going to do with is what the plans were.
Okay. We stole shamelessly the logo from the whoever did that, the leaves and stuff falling down, and we made some signs and stuff. And so we have some of that artwork available if folks want to jump on the bandwagon and do this in our area. Just you can contact me or whatever. I don't know whether Jim and Nicole had any comments, or we can move to the farm show.
We did do it. This was our second year we did it. And can you guys hear me?
Yep.
And we the first year we did it, there was no COVID and we had great turnout. It was just as good as the spring tour for us. And so we did it again this year. We still had pretty good turnout, but I think that COVID fears kind of squelched it down a little bit, but we still we plan on doing it again, and people seem to have a lot of fun. We also did cider and stuff, and people really like getting out in the fall and doing stuff and having another opportunity to buy maple products and stuff and stock up for the Christmas time and all the baking and everything. So we're going to do it again.
Great. It sounds like everyone was really glad they participated. So for farm show, the farm show was virtual this year. So we did a handful of things. We submitted a video for the Ag Explorers, which was like an online scavenger hunt for kids that I do believe is still posted on the farm show website. We put together an Instagram takeover on a state level. That was pretty good. We had about 40 minutes of video and a variety of things. So thank you to all in Northwest that helped me put that together. Hopefully here shortly, we'll get that into maybe like a YouTube video. So it's available to those who don't have Instagram. There was a Meet the Producer video that aired on the cable network. And we did a Kids Kitchen video for Maple Whip that is on not only our Facebook, but the Farm Show Facebook page. So we got that done and on to Taste and Tour.
So this year's Taste and Tour, the 18th annual, is going to be taking place March 13th and 14th, 10 to 4 on both days. We talked to a lot of the sugar houses when we were deciding if we were doing it. And we had a lot of people that were still interested in doing it in spite of the COVID. This year, there's 17 sugar houses that are going to open up. And there's 3 new ones, which are Almost Home Family Farm in Edinburgh, then Yaney Maple out of Marionville, and the Riverside Brewing in Cambridge are the new ones this year. I know a lot of the sugar houses are going to be offering like a curbside pickup style thing. So for the people that are uncomfortable coming inside, and so they'll have an option for everyone depending on how they feel about things. I know Hurry Hill did this for a fall event, and Jan said they had really good luck with it. This year, the Maple Association decided to do a 2-sided card instead of the brochures. And we did a few less just because there wasn't as many places to put them out, a farm show and things like that. So is there any way I could share with I have a proof of it, Landis? Can I share my screen, or is that?
Yeah, let me stop sharing and then you can go ahead and share.
It's telling me only the host can share.
Let me see what I can do to change that then. Go ahead and try that.
So can you guys see that?
We see your iPad screen. There you go. Yep.
Yes.
So this is what the panel card is going to look like. This is the front side of it. I just have to kind of scroll up it so you can see it. And then on the back side, it has listed all the sugar houses and their information. So, you know, as people are touring around, they can have the reference to see where they're going to go next, or, you know, how many places are on it. Contact them. So those went to print on Friday, and they'll be available to pick up at our house, hopefully like by Tuesday. So that's and then it's also, in addition to the panel cards, we went with a TV spot, like a ad commercial for Jet TV, and they're also going to do a yourerie.com ad, so you can mobilely look at it, and they're going to do a nice TV commercial promoting it and get some footage from, you know, people making syrup and doing different things. So we thought maybe the way that things are now, a lot of people are home more than they're out, you know, where they'd be getting the brochures. So they're maybe sitting at home, they'd be able to see the commercials, and we're hoping it works out good. And let me see what else I have here. Oh, they're also going to be, you know, promoting it through Facebook. And the more of you guys that, you know, get it and share it and do all those different things, it'll spread, you know, faster, and try and get awareness out there like that for it. Instagram, whatever social media outlets you have. And so we're just looking for another fun, educational, and successful Maple Tour year. And hope we have good turnout. So that's about it, as far as that goes.
Great.
Jim?
Yes.
And folks, I wanted to mention that Jim and Nicole also have the website, I believe, up to date with your information. If you are a Taste and Tour member, a good idea to double check that and or pass on that website information, because it has the additional details about your sugar house that there will not be on this placard.
Yeah, like the write-ups of the they're used to the descriptions and different things are going to be on the website, because there wasn't enough room on the panel cards. So
it's my fault. I forced Jim and Nicole to go with the panel card thing. It's we're doing some different things this year. It's a trial thing, but we didn't lose the information, was the point I wanted to make. It's the information about whether you have hot chocolate or what, you know, whether you're doing something different due to COVID on how you're satisfying the customer. That information still exists on the website. So folks that may want to know more about your sugar house can go there. Thanks, Jim and Nicole. I appreciate it. A lot of work there.